And today, just a quick one. Why do women lose their identity once they get married or have children? I've wanted to have this conversation for so long, and my issue always was how I was going to phrase it. For you and I to have a discussion around it on air. And I'm going to give you my story. Uh, I had my child. I didn't have my daughter when I was young, but we get so engrossed as women in the roles, and we forget ourselves. Like the minute I had my daughter, I did not know who I was before I had her. And the same thing as marriage. You go and you get married to someone and you become Mrs. So and so, so well. Yani, so well you knock it out of the park that your identity just disappears. And women do that a lot. Don't even pretend. How many times have you gone to hang out with strangers? You meet some new girlfriends, you're introduced to someone, and even in professional capacity, you almost want to say, Mama Jahawi. Like, there's nothing wrong with being prideful about your new role as a mother and as somebody's wife. But I feel like we get so lost. We forget the things we loved, the things we used to like, and who we were, essentially. And I'm speaking from experience. I was so lost. I'm just now getting the hang of it. And it really took not even intervention. I just one day sat down and I'm like, what do I like to do for myself? Because I'm everything to everyone else and nothing to myself. And that's the reason sometimes I really, really love being on air, like whether it's here on Sugar and Spice or when I'm hosting my TV show, Shop.Tega on KTN. I love it because when I show up as myself with my flaws, me as an individual. It's not a pair, it's not a team, it's not Mama so and so. I'm not representing my daughter, I'm not representing a man, it's just me. And I feel like society doesn't do it to us. We kind of do it to ourselves, but then we are preconditioned. Because if you look at our bringing, how many times my mom would say it and not even in a torturous way, but she'd always be like, Yolanda, upendi kupika chapati na chapati zako ni mbaya. Nani atakuoa kama hujui kupika chapati? So we're sort of like raised with one end in mind, and the final destination being marriage. You being somebody's better half. And I don't have an issue with marriage, but I keep saying this, and I'm so glad I'm a mom to a girl, because I have to remind her all the time when she's, of course, of age, that the destination is not marriage. The destination is happiness. The destination will never be marriage. The destination is happiness. A woman will be everything, including an astronaut. But at some point, she's reduced to who she married. She'll be reduced to the children she had. Oh, mother of 5 and whatever. Damn our accomplishments. And I'm like, that's really bad, because you can be many things at the same time. Right? You can be many things at the same time. If you never listen to anything I ever say on this show, and I'm not saying I'm leaving, please don't ever forget today's show, that I've spoken my heart and I have told you as a woman, imagine free yourself from the shackles, free yourself. You are someone's mother, you are someone's wife, but you're also yourself. If you like to go for movies, please go for movies. Stop forgetting yourself. You loved going for yoga. You loved going to dance. What's that thing called that they dance with those thin boys? They always, yeah. Not salsa, but you dig. You understand what I'm trying to say. My very beautiful producers, Agnes and Tracy. If you never listen to anything or hear anything from this old woman, please always remember, don't forget yourself the day you marry. Don't forget yourself. Look at our mothers. Our mothers forgot themselves. They had no identity away from us and our fathers. And I'm like, you guys have the opportunity to, because now people are talking about it. Please be you. Always be Agnes Msupu. Tracy, I know you're listening to me from wherever you're seated at our digital desk. Don't forget yourselves. That is the only thing you're responsible for. We will blame the world. Oh, we are looked at this way. We don't have equal pay in the media. We don't have this. That is the one thing that has nothing to do with anybody else. It is 100% within your reach and in your hands. Thou shalt not forget thyself. That's to everyone who's listening to this and who will watch this video as a woman. You will not forget. Do not forget yourself, because we do. And the why is because that's how we were raised. And if you send a woman to do a job, man, she'll always outdo herself. So we've been raised to forget ourselves. Look at the excellent job we keep doing, right? So just go back and remind yourself why you loved yourself and what you liked. But back to our conversation, and we asked you what you think about this discussion. Why do women lose their identity once they get married? I'm going to be reading your comments. I'm going to start with Facebook, right? I'm going to start with Facebook. Jackie Soni Khadija says, hey, Yolanda Mulwa. Well, I would say getting overwhelmed by responsibilities, alafu subconsciously, you subconsciously become selfless. It's no longer about her. She gives herself to her family. In the process, she ends up losing herself. I hear you. That is very true and precise. Mwabanju Salim says, here in Raukani, Chakama, Yolanda Mulwa, there's a village. Once you marry as a woman, you are given a different name and your hubby becomes your father on the ID. What rubbish nonsense is that? And they have no problem with this crap. I like how you called it crap, because imagine it is crap, and very sad crap at that. Let me read a few comments also from X. Sarah Sash says, women get married, get children, and forget to live. They simply exist. Sarah Sash, very true. Before marriage, a girl was well groomed and dolled up, gets married with children, and they switch to wearing... You're so shady. And they switched to wearing Gucci deras because Gucci doesn't make deras. You're so shady. Anyway, she says it's important. It's important to always remember to live. Just don't just exist as a woman. Live. Just live. I love it, Sarah Sash. Even the shade that you threw. A little sweet, a little spicy. Linda Luisa says, the role of making a home solely rests on the woman. It's the female who will get pregnant, carry it to term, and raise the child. These never end. While there might be help, we cannot deny that the female plays a major part in homemaking. I love it, girls. I love it. Let me read a comment from my sister. She says, because we are forced to lose our identity even before we give birth, Sissy. Imagine being conditioned from adolescence to become someone else's wife or to be chosen. After experiencing something as life-altering and at times traumatic as childbirth, what identity is left to hold on to? If a woman's entire sense of self has been shaped around fulfilling roles for others, it's no surprise that marriage and motherhood can feel like an identity crisis rather than an evolution of self. Ai Valmulwa, Aki Solomon aliza wasichana werevu na wasupu. Okay, mic drop. Agnes, my producer, took the liberty to speaking to you, and this is what you had to say. We have some audio here. Done, kissing my sister and giving her some little flowers. After the voice notes, then we're going to go back into the jams. We have Black and NSYNC with Bring It All to Me, and Snoop Dogg's Beautiful featuring Pharrell Williams.
This is an African issue. Don't think it's that prevalent in the global north. But just to answer it is because here in Africa, it's because women, number one, are perceived as child, giving birth machines and child raising machines. And they're the people who are there. Actually, it is preached. Your work is to be helping the man. So the man is there and you're just the co-pilot. You're the first officer.
My name is Wanjiku, and I think that there are so many societal expectations placed on women, especially in relation to marriage and motherhood. And these expectations can create pressure to conform to certain roles, which may lead to some women feeling like they're losing their identity, because so many people expect women to get back in shape after having children or to be the perfect wives to their husbands, no matter what the husband does. So yeah, you may end up losing yourself.
Hey, my name is Jay, and personally feel like women don't lose their identity when they get married or have children. Rather, their responsibilities and priorities shift significantly, where marriage and motherhood introduce major life changes. such as managing a household, raising children, or supporting your spouse. And this can take away focus from personal goals, hobbies, and self-care. And what I'd advocate for is embracing these changes while also making time for self-care.
My name is May. I think the reason why women tend to lose themselves after getting married is the responsibility that comes with being a wife and again being a mom. So your focus tends to get lost and you become more responsible with now your
Sugar
family.
and Spice on 94.4. Spice FM.